functions of our Cubit. Loading. You see, this all are coming from here. This thing. What we need, we should access functions, right? All with the written functions, we get them from here. All the way we wrote them all. This one. I only have one. Go to here. We call it final. Photo base repository. We call it just base repo. Or just repo. As simple as possible. We are creating clean architecture, right? And let's give it to our constructor to get it from somewhere. We'll talk it about later. And we have some parameters here. As we are doing pagination, we need first page, initial page, and we increase it one by one in each sent request. As you know, second request means second page. And also there will be query. You should keep this query string, like user may request flowers and keeps scrolling, for example, till 10th page. Until this 10th page, this param should be alive. We also could put them to our base Cubit, but these things are not unique. They are variable. Not all models will have page or query, but all models will have functions and data, right? So I think we can keep them like this. Our query might be nullable. User might not search anything, just may search for may just scroll recently uploaded pictures, images, photos. It doesn't matter. Well, our first function will be for pagination. It is a bit. It requires some brainstorm. It will be just future void function. We don't have to return anything. We just give the result value, the data, coming data to our state, and UI will get those data from states. Get image. No, our model is photo, right? Get photos for pagination. Try to give names to your functions, classes, meaningful. So after 1 week or 2 weeks, when you look through the code, you could understand what this code exists. What for pagination, actually, we don't need URL. We just can give it right away. As you know, we created run global function to check whether our block is to avoid from multi-requesting in order not to get stuck. We will give function right here. This function we create variable for response. Let await that. It will come from this. We have model here. This model is request model. Let's create it. Request model. What it needs. Next page. Current page, per page, photos, total. Next page for what? Really? Ah, it is response model, not request. Come on. Request model. I got shocked. Why? It's asking me next page. We give it current page and the per page. Let we have 20. For query, we give query. Who knows? Private to only available for this. And for URL, we can put API. Oh, now I got why we need this URL. URL. parameter here, because is look here what we created there. This curated URL is for recently uploaded mixture of photos, while it is concrete query based photos that will come. They are both different ways. We can't give them directly, so we give them outside. User decides whether it will be curated one or search. Well, it is too long, right? You know what we can do? We can get this request model in a separate way, like this. We call it final and cut it. This request model equal to this one and give it request. Now it is much more better. Even we can make it much more shorter. We create one function. We call it, let's say, it returns request model. We call it get model, get request. And it returns this thing. Cut it, put it right here, and call this function here. Done. Accurate? Accurate. Beautiful. Let's continue. So when we receive our response, what we're going to do? We check, we match them to the state, to the data state. If response is data success, as it returns this thing wrapped, you see, the data is wrapped inside the data state, and we had two data states mainly. One is success, and another one is error, failure. So if it is success, we get photo list out of it, response data, and generate our state, success state for UI. But right now, what we're going to do, we also had, is it the end or not, right? I mean, is ended. We call it like this, and that is no data. We could say so. Well, I already made it. If photo list length is less than, well, actually we created per page variable here, constants, because right now if we put here 20 and 20 here, if we want to change one, if we forgot to change this one, it really harms functionality of our application. So we should avoid it by having one unchangeable constant variable. As you can see here, per page is 25. API values per page. Should make sure that it is not null. To keep our list alive, we put that every received photos inside this data. I think you understand, this is coming from our base Cubit. It keeps our list alive. We could have this that list here, but it would be really mess. Add all, we give this photo list to it. And here we emit state of success, photo success, photo list success. Here it asks us for list, we give it photo list. Well, no, we don't give it photo list, we give it data, this thing, because we constantly add a photo list to it. It will be alive, it will be changed all the time. After emitting state, we increase our page to 1. Can't be used as a setter, it's final. Okay, we remove final statement. What about what if our data that does not come, it is not success? Of course, it will be error. To handle error, we also have our own state, custom state for it. It is photo error. Here, for now, we call it, we return message of response. Error dot message. It is not null. It, or we can keep it null. Error won't be null, but message might be null. So when it is null, we say something went wrong. From the new line, or it should be here from the new line, say try again, or try it later. That's it. We are done. For one function, of course, we have now one. It was for pagination, but as you know, we have our search also. Like our user searched for flowers and scrolled till the 10th page, right? And suddenly he wanted to search for cities, and he goes to our search and types cities and presses search button, and we remove all the previous list, we put page to 1 again, and we submit the cities query to our request, and it will bring cities photo to us. Well, it is a bit confusing. When we finish this all functions and integrate this UI, and I will show them by testing. Get photos for search. We don't need variable here because it is obvious, it is for search. I don't want to write it again. We just call this. We emit loading. Photo loading. As we remove all the data, previous data, we put, as I said, our page to 1. Here we put query, but we need query here. Let's make it required, so so we could know what we are submitting. Query might be null. It's okay, query might be null. As I said, we clear the data class each time it calls. Clear. We actually can specify here its type. We should specify it, what kind of list it is. As you know, it is not recognizing it, it thinks it is dynamic. You see, it is bad. It may take a lot of time. So it is list of, I'm specifying the type. No, it is actually list, but just what kind of list? Photos list. Done. You see, type list photos. Now, if you hover on it, it got, god damn it. Okay, when we give it now, it already defines its type and there won't be any problem, so don't worry. We emit, no, emitting nothing is enough here. We just call that function again here. Get photos for pagination, and we give here search URL. Now we are done. In next part, we'll talk about dependency injection, and after it, we integrate our this all logic to our UI. Thanks for attention. Bye.